step-by-step guide when taking the architectural exam here in Canada.
Ang nangyari, nagkwento muna ako bago ko sinabi yung step-by-step. Sorry naman. Namiss kong makipagkwentuhan. Skip nyo na lang. Pero I would suggest makinig muna kayo sa sasabihin ko dahil alam niyo naman.
Hindi marami. May mga nagtanong sa inyo, paano daw ba ako nag-ready para mag-exam at mag-register bilang architect dito sa Canada. It just means na may mga interesado and ang maipapayo ko sa inyo, go for it. And I have done it before. I passed and I am now registered meaning licensed here. And it just means it's possible, you guys. Kung ako kaya nyo rin. And isa sa mga may papayo sa inyo, lalo na sa inyong mga medyo bata-bata pa, don't settle for anything less. Marami akong friends na architect at dito ang trabaho nila ay janitorial. Nothing wrong with janitorial, pero alam ko, because they told me that wasn't their ultimate dream, but they gave up. Ang janitorial is a very marangal job and they make lots of money too. Pero kung hindi yun ang ultimate dream mo, you might have lots of money pero hindi ka naman masaya, right? So,
Talagang gusto niyo mag-exam, it's possible to pass it. Hindi lang ako nag-iisa na Filipino architect na pumasa. Sa mga kaibigan ko na sabay-sabay kaming nag-exam, lahat kami architects na. And I met these friends doon lang sa mga internship sessions na ginaganap sa AAA or Alberta Association of Architects. And ang kasabay kong nag-exam yung isa kasi pero kami medyo matanda na. And then I became an architect first, tapos sumunod siya, and then the others just, followed after. So it is possible, you guys. It's hard work, pero lalo na sa inyong bata-bata pa, lalo na sa inyo, kasi medyo yung utak niyo is sponge pa.
it's never too late. You have to keep me posted, ha? Sabihin nyo sa akin kung kailan kayo mag-e-exam para I can wish you well, I can pray for you, Ako, ang lakas ko kaya mag-pray. Is ko po. Ay, ako, lalo na noong nag-e-exam ako. Napakalaking sakripisyo ng mag-exam, pero it's worth it kung it's your dream, right? So, dahil may mga nagtatanong,
alright, let's start. First, you Google ExAC exam, this guy here, and then you go to the first link, the one that says exac.ca. .ca means Canada, so you click that and then it'll take you to this page.
I love encouraging people and I wish that I can do the same thing for you. So please hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and comment down below kung ano pa ang gusto niyong pag-usapan. And I do wish na magkatotoo ang wish niya.
And then in this website, you can find all the information that you need with regards to taking the exam here in Canada. We are going to visit this link today, preparation. Although when you're in this website, obviously you can check out the other ones if you have any additional questions. But for now, let's go here. In here, in the preparation, it will tell you that you would need, apart from other requirements for you to be able to take this exam, you need at least 2,800 hours of internship experience. Meaning, you should have been working for an architectural firm and have collected proved 2,800 hours of experience. And since in this video we are talking and focusing on preparing for the examination, let's proceed to that one. So in here, there's a link, preparation guide for 2023 examination. Click that and then it will download. So there will be 3 attachments in that folder. The first attachment is this one. This attachment will talk about the objectives, and here it states that these are the list of licensing authorities that use this. And I took my exams in Alberta, so this is me. This one, the first one. And then since I moved to BC, this is me now. You do not need to take the exam again if you're moving from province to province. Okay, so the next page. This is just an explanation on what you should expect and what you should learn to be able to pass the exam. You guys can go through all of this. There's programming, there's environmental analysis, talks a little bit about structural, mechanical, electrical, and civil, because being architects, we need to know a little bit of everything, because we will be coordinating all of that, and we will be prime. And we'll talk about the National Building Code of Canada. You should have a copy of this one. You can take this one on your exam, but we will talk more about that later. And then you'll have an exam about schematic design as well. It's a little bit of everything. The next attachment is more important than this one, so let's go there. So 2. So this is the preparation guide itself. So I won't read through all of these. So this is what I'm talking about in my previous videos, guys. The ExAC exam is composed of 4 sections, 1 day per section. Your first day of exam will be section 1, second day will be section 2, and then so on. So as you can see here, section 1 is more about programming, site and environmental analysis, coordinating engineering systems, cost management, schematic design, and design development. So the first attachment that we were looking into before talks more about these ones. It'll talk more about those. It will also tell you that the principal sources of examination contents are these guys. If you talk to other architects, they will refer to this as CHOP. They will keep telling you CHOP, and then you'll be wondering, like, what the hell is CHOP? CHOP means Canadian Handbook of Practice for Architects. This is a very huge book. You don't need to buy this. I asked a friend, another intern that I met, and they happened to have a PDF copy of this one, and I just printed it and made my notes in there. I studied everything from that PDF. So again, no need to buy this. Find someone who has a PDF copy and you should be good to go. So the Internship in Architecture Program, IAP. You will know what this document is as soon as you register as an intern architect here in Canada. And then it also talks about the National Building Code of Canada 2015 edition. The National Building Code, you can bring this in during the exam because it's such a big document. They allow you to bring this. In fact, they even allow you to make notes in there. If you have notes, say, about a detail about a stair, you want to draw it so you understand it better. For as long as the notes that are in that building code that you have are pre-written before the exam. And you can also put tabs in there, like when I was doing it, I used post-it notes, and they allow that. So as long as hindi ka nagsusulat doon during exam na akala nila kinokopya mo, you'll be okay. And then there's other books that you need to look into, and I will talk about them later. Exam ninyo, usually you will learn all of these during your internship. So you have to pay attention for when you are, when your architect is asking you to get some information on the building code and details on the stairs and occupancy loads and all that. Make sure you know where to find that in the book, and also you will learn about detailing in there. So it's important to have experience in technical architecture as well. Like for me, it's a huge advantage that I was a tech before. And I would suggest that you really pay attention for when you are an intern, because it plays a huge role for when you take the exam. And they're also talking here about, like, there's no preparation courses that they offer. Unlike in the Philippines, there's some review centers. There is no review centers here, although you might find some, but they are not accredited. I did not use any testing, or no, I keep saying that. I did not use any review centers, guys. I just did all of this by myself. So I just worked hard, went to the library, and studied and focused. And then the question types, there's multiple choices, pairing components, and then placing steps and statements in order. And then this means, like, what if they ask you, what's the process of a design in a project? So you obviously start from schematic design development, and then it's questions about what will you do next. And then there's also fill in the blanks, and then short answers mean like short essays. And you will find some sample questions in the website as well if you revisit that first website that I showed you. Eligibility. To be eligible to register, you must have an intern status here in Canada, meaning meaning you are a member of one of the provincial governing bodies as an intern. And you have to have a good record. Minimum, this is what I was talking about, a minimum of 2,800 hours that are approved by your not a mentor, and also you have an in-office guide, supervisor. And of course, you have to complete and submit the registration form, which can be found on the website, and pay for the fee. Tapos, what else can we talk about? You can read through the rest. So it talks here about payment. Oh, okay. So for when the day of the exam comes, make sure you provide one piece of government issued ID so they know that it's you attending the exam and not someone else attending for you on your behalf. You should arrive at least 30 minutes, guys. I can't stress this enough. Arrive earlier if you can, especially if you're taking the bus. It helps not only because you can get registered in there sooner, because you need to register your name before the exam starts, and it allows you time to de-stress and compose yourself and get yourself ready physically, mentally, and emotionally for the exam. It helps when you take the exam on a calm note and you start. If you realize even if when you're trying to solve a problem at the office, guys, you know, if you start panicking, you won't finish anything. You won't be able to accomplish anything. So arrive early. They are very strict here. Late arrivals are not permitted, and you have to remain in your seat. You can't go anywhere. You can't leave unless the supervisor or your nagbabantay doon sa exam tells you can do so. If you need to go for a bathroom break, you need to tell them, raise your hand, and then he'll gesture you to come closer, and you can tell them you need to go to the washroom, and then you can leave. Bring your own materials, guys. No borrowing. We're not high school or elementary students here anymore. Everyone is busy doing their exams. No one will help you. You have to take care of all of these. You need to have your HB pencils, and you need to, because you need one to answer your answer sheet. The answer sheets here they are numbers. You shade them properly, and then they feed these to the computer para i-grade ka. It's not manual grading here anymore, apart from obviously the essays. In short answers, you will be shading numbers non-stop. So you have an answer sheet. It also talks about the allowable items during the exams. Follow this carefully. Titingnan nila ang mga dala ninyo. Basic calculator lang, hindi pwede yung mga fancy, because you do not need a fancy calculator. Addition, subtraction, and multiplication lang ang exam noong nag-take ako. So you don't need anything that can store formulas, kasi minsan ginagamit yun na pang-cheat. And then, so these are the things that you can bring. And then here, I was talking about this one earlier. For the National Building Code, you are permitted to bring only a paper format of the National Building Code 2015. Noong kami, hindi naman nila tinignan kung legit ba or copy lang ng book ang dinala. Pero nung ako, bumili ako ng sa akin talaga, kasi I was really serious about this exam. I bought a set for myself. Yung iba, nagdala lang sila ng PDF copies. Hindi naman sila sinita or pinalabas. But if you want to do that at your own discretion. Maybe mabait lang yung exam na nagbabantay nung exam namin, but again, it's up to you. okay, so ito, pwede mong lagyan ng tabs para ma-remember yung mga pages. You can have notes in there, may mga nakasulat-sulat, whatever, they don't care. For as long as you don't write the notes during the exam. If they're pre-written on your hard copy ng National Building Code, they don't care. Minsan we do that and that's okay. So, bawal ang dictionary, scratch paper. Bibigyan ka naman nila kung gusto mo ng additional headphones or headphones, earplugs are permitted. Food, candy, except in the case pwede ka magdala ng food kung magutom ka. Pero nung ako, nag-candy lang. Nagdala lang ako ng candy kasi para pag minsan napakahaba ng exam hours, guys, minsan kailangan mo ng sugar. At it talks about the cancellation of registration. You can read through that. Ang results, pwede mo siyang makuha sa ExAC.ca or at saka susulatan ka rin naman nila. Bibigay nila yung score mo. And then, kapag meron kang hindi napasa at duda ka, you can request for a review. This is how you will do it at may bayad if you ask for a review. And then, take note about this one. If you fail one or two of the 4 sections, you will be given 3 times to pass the entire thing. If after 3 hindi mo pa mapass yung 2 or 1 na nabagsak mo, uulitin mo silang lahat. So be careful about that. Make sure you are truly ready at nakapag-focus ka bago ka mag-exam. Don't risk it and it will be worth it pag napasa mo. Everything is hard work, guys. Nothing is given to us for free. Like even yung mga successful people, that someone in their line have worked hard to get there and they are reaping all the benefits. So we all have to work hard. Someone has to work hard. So may mga security protocols sila dito. You read through that. And then there's conduct, confidentiality and agreement. You read through that. Ayaw lang nilang kopyahin mo yung mga exam. It tells you where to register. Resources. We will talk about mga resources. At saka meron silang mga question and answer FAQ page doon sa website. And then, so let's go to the next one. The next one is important too. This is attachment 3. References and resources. You don't need... Okay. I did not read all of these, guys. But as I've said, the CHOP, you need the CHOP, National Building Code, AIP program. Yung tatlong yon ang importante. The rest, you can just understand or go through it really quick. Yung iba dito, guys, parang 3 pages lang. So, wag kayong matakot sa dami ng nakalistang babasahin. Minsan, like I said, 2 to 3 pages lang. Pero among these other ones, I think yung mga importante dito na malaman, ito, alternate forms of project delivery, architectural acoustics, konti, architectural graphic standards. Itong book na to naman, halos lahat ng architectural firms may kopya niyan. You can just borrow from them and read it. You don't need to memorize everything. At saka kapag nag-intern ka, may experience mo naman yung mga yan. Kaya, you don't need to worry too much about it. Ito, I think it only falls to BC energy kung nasa BC ka. Go through some of these. You will learn na kailangan mo rin naman as you go through your career. Pero yung isang binasa ko na I think na natandaan ko na nasa exam, designing walls according to rain screen principle, at saka yung ito, parang 2 pages lang yan. Tsaka ito, yardstick for costing. Alamin mo lang kung paano gamitin yung yardstick. You don't need to memorize it kasi bibigyan ka naman nila ng sample o parang screenshot na gagamitin mo if you have to do a costing exam. Nung ako meron. Tapos, read about lead, standard in construction documents. Ito, a few pages lang yan, basahin nyo. Itong Technical and Practical Guide to Construction ni Ching. I have a sample here. Saan na yun? Ito. It's this book. I did not buy the book, but again, as I was talking to one of the architects, PDF copy and just go through it, there were a lot of questions about this one. For me, the easiest section was section 4. I don't know why, but most of us finished earlier and left the testing center. Maybe it's just because we were all tired, but I passed this one. I think it's the section 3 that I failed. I unfortunately failed section 3, and that's with the Ching book. And to think I have an architectural technologist background, you would have thought I would pass that. I was so confident on that one. And I was the least confident with the section 2, the National Building Code, but I passed it. So again, you never know. You just have to try your very best, and you have to give it your all and hope for the best. That's all you can do. But then so after I cried many tears, I took the section 3 again the next year, and I passed it na. So no issues on that. So it just goes to show, you know, hard work pays off. Even though I passed that, I did not pass this one little thing, it's okay. It's all good now. No one even cares that I didn't pass it. Some of our my co-workers, they've been working as interns for many years, like 10 years now, and they can't pass this section 2, the National Building Code. And with the National Building Code, it's an open book anyway. So, depende din siguro kung ano yung strength ng tao.